All right, here's the thing, guys. What up? What up? No free speech in the UFC anymore. Or am I joking? Shit. I don't know, guys. You tell me. Tell me what's going on here, guys. Damn. Sean Strickland. You know what? I'm not surprised. I'm just acting surprised. Because I made a video on this shit. You know, I'm going to pull that shit up right now. I made a video on the UFC fighters getting censored from the start. I swear. Let me just scroll through. I have a always relevant playlist. And people didn't believe me. Let's see how this video did. Dana White saying he doesn't have fighters on a leash. Bullshit. You know, and I don't care who did it. It was either Paramount or UFC. They both wanted to cancel that press conference. Come on. Give me a break. All right, here it is. 5 months ago, I dropped a video. Why UFC fighters don't talk trash. UFC banned trash talk. Forced to be boring. All right? I had a mute button on Tom Aspinall, and I had duct tape on Dreykus's face. Oh, man. But yeah, now people finally believe it. You know, it took a while for everyone to realize. They literally needed to see the mic get cut off Sean Strickland. But, guys, watch my video. All right? Go to my playlist on my channel. Click on the Always Relevant playlist. And watch the video. Why UFC fighters don't talk trash anymore. I provide examples you've never even seen or remember. Okay? I'm not just talking about the Sean Strickland video. That just happened. I made this video 5 months ago. You know? People just didn't see it. I have videos on that video I made of Gaethje getting cut off, Colby getting cut off, Masvidal getting cut off by Dana White. They cut off Kevin Holland mid-sentence. Who else? They cut off so many fighters talking trash mid-sentence. It's insane. They cut off reporters mid-sentence. What are you trying to start shit up here? Dana's like, you guys trying to start shit up? Yeah, that's the point of press conferences, to stir shit up. He said it before last weekend. He said it plenty of times. That's a good hot coffee, damn. But yeah, Strickland getting his mic cut off. Man, I made a video on it, but I could have made more videos and more content if they just let him keep going. And for anyone who defends and says, like, defends Dana White and still believes he has free speech because, oh, Paramount cut off the Strickland's mic. Paramount cut off Strickland. Paramount muted his mic. Or they'll say Paramount forced Dana White in the UFC to mute Strickland's mic. Okay. But Dana White knew what he was getting into signing the Paramount deal. If Paramount told him, hey, when you sign this deal, that means you have to censor your fighters, that's still considered Dana White muting Sean Strickland if he signed the deal knowing that he has to mute the fighters. You know, I'm like, Paramount, what the hell are you doing here? Why would you, negotiate and do business with the UFC if you're all about censorship? Don't you know they got guys like Sean Strickland in the UFC? It really reminded me of, it was like DJ and MMA Guru, but on steroids. DJ, why would you have MMA Guru on your channel? Unless you planned on changing him and making his channel soft and boring and not so edgy, why would you have him on your channel? Unless you wanted to change him. I think Paramount's just trying to change the UFC, and if Dana White knew that while he was making the deal, or the UFC, then the UFC also cut off Sean Strickland. Um, I heard about McGregor versus Prates as the White House main event. But I think Khamzat versus Stickland would be the best option for the White House main event. You know, I'm going to be completely honest. I don't care about the White House card in 2026. That's not what's going to get me amped up. I already know what I want in the sport. Good matchups and promotion. But the only thing I care about is selfishly. All right? Selfishly, if it does good numbers for the channel, then it is what it is. That's the only like positive out of it. Maybe more people will tune in for the live stream, this and that. Other than that, you know, I don't know what positives there are about it. But if it does good numbers for the live fight companion, all right, I'll take it. I'll take it. But honestly, I don't know what McGregor's talking about. I don't know why people still believe it. McGregor, to me, he's not going to fight again. Or he won't show up. Maybe he'll sign a contract and won't show up. I just don't think he's showing up. Like, it's been since 2021, and he was still in bad shape in 2021, his last fight. He's been in bad shape ever since the Floyd fight. Yeah. Been in bad shape since the Floyd fight. And that was it. So yeah. I wanted him to come back, but he's not fluid. He's going to get knocked out. What's up, everyone in the chat? What's up? Does anyone think Conor can return to his old form? I'm talking karate stance McGregor. Fluid. Loose. All about movement. That all changed. After the Eddie Alvarez fight, he had kids. Yeah, some fighters can compete. And they're motivated to compete for their family, but not McGregor. That worsened him. I believe some fighters who have kids and families fight better, but a lot more fight worse. It's the same thing in jiu-jitsu. Sup? What up, John Dong? What's up? Does anyone actually think McGregor is returning? Even so on the White House card. And what did you think of Stickland versus Fluffy? I think that was Sean Strickland's best performance of his career. Honestly. His Paulo Costa win looked aging well, but it looked like shit. Boring. Even his loss against Dreykus, I know he was fighting for the belt, but that second fight, he looked like shit. The Izzy fight, he looked good in the first round, but after that, in the fifth round, but it wasn't that good besides the first round and the fifth round. This Fluffy fight was his best performance. He added new tools. He added the knee. When has Stickland ever landed a flush knee? Dude, I knew Stickland was going to win. I only put a few bucks on him. Wish I put more. Yeah, hindsight's 2020. You know, I don't blame you. Stickland didn't look good in his last two fights. Not at all. He hasn't looked good since that first Dreykus fight. I really want to see MVP versus Stickland, but that's never going to happen. I was just thinking about that. MVP, who should he fight next? Stickland needs to fight Khamzat. Never thought I'd ever want to see Stickland fight for the belt again. I give him props. But I was just thinking about who should MVP fight. First off, the dude can't even pick a weight class to be in. Maybe it's the UFC's fault, maybe it's his fault. It's probably both their faults. I think he should stay at middleweight. That's where his last two fights were. But he's fighting a nobody on UFC London. Who the fuck is Sam Patterson? Yeah, right? He's fighting MVP's fighting Sam Patterson on the London card. Who the fuck is that? I know he's from England. I know he's some redhead guy. But who the fuck is that in the grand scheme of things? I want to see MVP fight. I know he's old, but Wonder Boy Thompson. Let's be honest. I don't think they want MVP fighting for a belt. Why not just do fun style matchups? Do gimmicky fights. Not even that it's gimmicky. MVP versus Wonder Boy. I think Wonder Boy's got one more fight left on his contract. Let him fight a striker. Sure, MVP would be the favorite, but look how Wonder Boy whooped Kevin Holland's ass. He beat him up better than MVP. People say MVP versus Stickland would be boring. Yeah, that's a fair assessment. Strickland's been in boring fights. MVP's been in boring fights. It would be interesting to see who would win, though. It would be a puzzle, but so would MVP versus Wonder Boy. I don't think you could say that without seeing the fight. We were also hyped for Khamzat versus Dreykus, but look at that. Look at how that turned out. True. It's just we know for sure MVP doesn't throw a lot. But would he if Strickland's pressuring him? Has MVP been in an exciting fight yet? Like memorable. Like, yeah, I could tolerate his fight against Shara Bullet, but it wasn't fireworks. Ian Gary beat him. That was boring. The Kevin Holland fight, it was alright. I wasn't suffering watching it. But he hasn't had a barn burner. Jared Cannonier, people liked that fight. I didn't care for that one. But yeah, you can't say something without seeing the fight. We all thought Francis Ngannou versus Derek Lewis would look good. I honestly think someone might have slipped him money. Like, hey, go to decision. Everyone's betting first round knockout. Go to decision. I thought Izzy versus Yoel would be a good fight. Romero. Shit fight. You never know. But I do know an exciting fight when I see one. Like Conor McGregor versus Nate Diaz. I knew that was impossible to not be a banger fight. I knew that was going to be a banger fight. It'd be impossible to be boring. There are certain fights when you know, you just know. It's all about style matchups. So that's why I think MVP should fight Wonder Boy. That England card is a mess. That UFC Mexico card coming up this weekend is a mess. Yair Rodriguez should be the headliner of that. But I'm thinking of fights that I knew for sure were going to be bangers. You just know sometimes. You just know a barn burner when you hear it. Like McGregor Diaz. Trying to think of any others that come to mind. For the longest time, I wanted to see Yair Rodriguez versus a beat. Didn't happen, but I knew that'd be crazy. I knew Stipe versus Cormier for some reason. I knew Stipe versus Cormier would be probably like one of the greatest fights ever. Or greatest title fights. And it was. I just knew their wrestling will probably cancel out. If someone does wrestle, it'll be exciting. I know they're fast for the heavyweight division. I knew that'd be a scrap. Diego Lopez versus Gene Silva. Exactly. Everyone knew that was going to be a war. Everybody, man. You're right. I still watch that fight. I watched that fight like 3 times in the past 2 weeks. That whole fight was only 2 rounds. That's more exciting than any boxing card I seen last year. Just that one fight was more exciting than any boxing card put together. Just that one single fight. I've been staring at the UFC schedule right before I started this stream. And 327's looking good. But what the fuck's going on with wasting banger fights on the Apex card? Gilbert Burns is headlining in front of a crowd in Canada. And Mike Mallet. But Sean Brady and Joaquin Buckley, the Buck, are fighting in front of nobody at the Apex. And no, I'm not going to call it the Meta Apex. What is going on there? There's 3 Apex events in 2 months. March and April, I believe, have a combined 3 Apex events. Why need 3? We don't need 3 Apex events. We don't need a card every weekend. Take 2 of those Apex events and combine them. Or take all 3 Apex events and just combine them. Make one good Apex event. Or one decent Apex event. And throw that Sean Brady Buckley fight on UFC 326 instead. As the featured fight. You know? Like we got Moicano fighting Grant Dawson in a main event. And then we got Josh Emmett fighting... Who the fuck's he fighting? Josh Emmett is headlining one of the main events. Why not just combine those 2 cards together? You know, beats me. I mean, we need more than Moicano versus Grant Dawson on an Apex card. Throw that Josh Emmett fight on there. This is how I would make the one Apex card. Alright? UFC Apex. Doesn't matter. Put it on March or April. Moicano versus Duncan. Josh Emmett versus Vallejos. Ewing versus... was it Estevan? Kutalaba versus Sai. And put Petrino versus Asplund. I don't mind events every weekend. I like playing fights in the background while I work. Also, even if a card is stacked, it could still be boring. I do like a lot of fight cards. But why? I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. No, I like background fights too. But would it kill us to have maybe 3 cards a month? We don't need 4. Let's have, okay, I'm fine with this. 3 fight cards a month. You know, I just think we should scratch having 3 Apex events in a span of 2 months. Let's combine them. Let's have 1 Apex event. I built the card. Moicano versus Duncan main event. Emmett versus Vallejos co. Ewing, Estevan, Kutalaba versus Sai. Petrino versus Asplund. You could have good prelims as well, okay? There's some decent prelims. Speaking of UFC London, this is how I would make UFC London. I would do Evloev versus Murphy as the main event. Arnold Allen didn't fight in 2025. I know he just fought. I would throw Arnold Allen on there against Patricio Pitbull. That's a winnable fight for Allen. Pitbull hasn't fought since last year. His last fight was against Yair. Put Arnold Allen on the co-main event against Pitbull. I'd put MVP on there. I guess he could fight Sam Patterson. I'd rather have him fight Wonderboy, but whatever. Baranowski versus Lane. They have that on there. Roman Dolidze versus Leroy Duncan. Alright? It's not really salvageable. It's not savable, but that'd still be good. UFC Mexico coming this weekend. This is how I would have made UFC Mexico. I would have made the main event Yair Rodriguez versus Steve Garcia. Yair needs to let someone have a chance to beat him. Yair's exciting, but I'm getting sick of him. Feed him to Steve Garcia. Yair deserves to fight down. Garcia deserves to fight up. Co-main event for UFC Mexico, which is the main event, actually. Moreno versus Kavanaugh. That's not main event worthy to me, okay? That's a good co, though. Moreno versus Kavanaugh, fine. Featured fight, Cheeto versus Martinez. Before that, let's put Zaluber versus Green on there. I think that's already on there. And then, this fight's on 326, the Max Holloway BMF card. But I say screw it. Makes no sense. Put it on UFC Mexico. Rob Font versus Chiwiwiwi. Raul Rosas Jr. So I'm making slight tweaks to these fight cards. That's what I'm doing here. And they look a lot better. Just little slight tweaks to these fight cards. And they look so much better. One more. I don't want to get crazy here. The next pay-per-view coming up is 326, right? I'm going to build that card. I'll tell you what it is now. I think I already know what it is. Here it is. I'll show you how 2 simple changes can make it a 7 out of 10 or 6 out of 10 to a 8 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10. We got Max versus Charles main event. Caio Bahayo versus RDR in the co. Font versus Raul Rosas Jr. featured fight. Before that, they just added Drew Dober versus Michael Johnson. And then the opener is RoboCop versus Bruno Ferreira. Okay? Take Rob Font versus Chiwiwiwi off the main card. Nothing against him. There's just nothing at stake on that fight, for that fight. I mean, nothing on the line here. Alright, here's how I'll do it. RoboCop Ferreira opens the card. Dober versus Michael Johnson. Take Brady versus Buckley off the Apex. Put it as the featured fight. Put that shit as the featured fight. Brady versus Buckley has to be on the main card. It's got to be on a numbered card. That's what I mean. It needs a crowd. Brady versus Buckley. Just adding that fight on there changes everything. Then RDR versus the Fighting Nerd, co-main event, and then Charles versus Max. So all I did was throw Chiwiwiwi and Rob Font off, and I replaced it with Brady versus Buckley. Like, fuck. If Buckley wins, he can get a title fight. Yeah. Just little changes like that. Banger card now. Now we got a high stakes fight. Buckley on a pay-per-view on the BMF card? Fuck, man. That's good. So much better than Font versus Raul Rosa Jr. Any other? Yeah, so just little tweaks that they need to make in their cards would make all the difference. Just cut off 1 card a month. Make it 3 cards a month rather than 4. Wow. I need to be matchmaker. Hunter can give his 2 cents, but I make the final call, I think. That'd be awesome right there. But yeah, what else do we got as far as events? What do we got? Adesanya versus Pyfer. So I'm looking at the card. Macy Barber's the co-main event. Okay, I know the names, all right? Some fights I'm like, who the fuck is that guy? But I see a lot of recycling going on this card. Mostly this card contains fighters that are about to retire. All right? I like the stream. What up, Caden? Appreciate that, man. What's going on, bro? What's going on? Glad you joined in the chat. Yeah, the Izzy Pyfer card just needs something. I know we got Walter Walker on there. Cool. Terrence McKinney. He just lost, but he's exciting. Chase Hooper versus Lance Gibson. I mean, okay, it's a cool prelim fight. But what else is on the card? This is an Izzy fight card we're talking about. Fight night or not. I mean, can't we stack the Izzy fight card a little more? I mean, this guy, I mean, as much as I dislike the guy, he has a big name. I mean, Izzy Adesanya card. I mean, I think we should stack that a little more here, don't you think? Let's put some excitement on there. What could we throw on that card? I think they put all their good fights on the White House card, and obviously 327's got some good ones. Let me pull up 327. Hold the fuck. Hold up. Because that's where all the big fight announcements went. They went straight to the 327 card. I hope Yuri is the main event. Yeah, Yuri versus Olberg, please be the main event. I hope it's not Van Tyra. I hope that's the co. Let me go on the UFC site here. I think Van Tyra's the co, right? Let's find out. Let's find out. Yeah, that's the co-main event. Thank God. Main events to be determined. All right. I mean, damn, we got Kevin Holland, Randy Brown. I like it. Curtis Blades versus Josh Hockett. Hockett, I love it. What's up, everybody in the chat? What's up? Thanks for joining the chat. I gotta do more late night streams. You know, I can't let Dana White piss me off. I gotta keep doing the streams. Dana White put me in such a rage. I was getting so pissed about the sport. I was losing my mind. Bro, I just heard of the McGregor versus Prates news. What's going on with that? Well, UFC knows Conor wants to get out of there. Conor's got 2 fights left. Yeah, he's only got like 2 fights left. They want to keep him on a leash. And they don't want to pay Conor McGregor money no more. Because there's no more pay-per-view. So they want him to lose to a future contender like Prates. That's what I think. I think they want him to lose to Prates. What a shame. I think he should have a more fair fight. Okay? Give him Masvidal. This is a gimmicky card. If he's really talking White House, give him Masvidal. Let Prates fight Jack. I would watch McGregor Prates, but McGregor, he's not elusive anymore. I think McGregor's just, he's too stiff in his movements. All right, 327's looking good. I just rewatched Ian Gary versus Prates. Ian Gary looked better than I thought in that fight. Islam's going to have his hands full. Ian Gary was trading with Prates and did just fine. And he was landing takedowns, more takedowns than I remember. I thought they were just half-ass single leg attempts to break Prates' rhythm. No, he actually legit took Prates down over and over. I think the UFC could potentially be cooked now after the Paramount deal. It might get more popular, but the quality of fights and promotion will be worse. Yes, yeah. Yes, sir. I mean, you called it. You hit the nail on the head. I look at it like when Conor McGregor fought Floyd. It's the same thing. McGregor got more popular after he went to boxing. But his fighter stock went down. And his promotion got worse. He turned fucking batshit crazy. He turned Hollywood a little bit. Yeah, just because you get more popular doesn't mean the stock goes up of what you're selling. But I think that already happened. Like the moment, I think that happened the moment we went to ESPN. For sure. What year did we go to ESPN? What year was that? 2019? Yeah. I think Fox was way better. I was just rewatching Michael Bisping versus GSP, and I seen all the promotion. 2 press conferences for that event. Face-to-face interviews. Trash talk. Those 2 goofballs on Fox were stirring shit up between GSP and Bisping. I know Joe Rogan censored Nate Diaz like from swearing and dropping the F-bombs on post-fight interviews, but like UFC on Fox had better promotion. I think the quality I think ESPN was like more popular, less quality. Crazy. 327's got good fights. Paulo Costa, Mirzakhanov. Wow. If he shows up to the fight. Okay. Holland Brown. We got Dominic Reyes versus Johnny Walker on there. All right. Yeah, a lot of their good fights went there. But yeah, we need that Yuri versus Ulberg main event. That's what I'm talking about. I heard rumors about Khamzat versus Yuri at light heavyweight. I laughed it off. No one wants to see that. Light heavyweight are somehow more shit than middleweights. Wow. I never thought that would happen. I might have to agree. Besides Yuri and Pereira and Ulberg, you're right. I mean, okay, Mirzakhanov, Jan, he was good, but wow, you're right. You're right. There's way more contenders at middleweight. Like, way more. It's not even close. Yeah, I remember when light heavyweight was like the golden division of the UFC. Light heavyweight used to be the shit. Like right before Jones was champ, right around that time. Like right before Jones was champ. I mean, Prime Rampage and Rashad and wow, there were some wars in that division. There were some crazy fights going on in that division. Even before that, like Chuck Liddell, light heavyweight used to be the shit. And it was even good while Jones was champ. There was always a contender for Jones. It was the middleweights that he fought, like Lyoto Machida and, you know, all the middleweights he was fighting. Chael. Then we started getting real light heavyweights like Gustafsson. Then we had 20-fight win streak Glover Teixeira. DC. Then DC came into the picture. And then Rumble Johnson. We had Rumble Johnson and Gustafsson in the division at the same time. And DC. Yeah, Ryan Bader. Wow, it was good. It was good. At least for the time being. But yeah, what the hell happened to light heavyweight? Around that 2019, around 2019, I think it just fell off. After DC and Jones left, that shit fell off. Like, even when John Jones returned back to the division after his steroid suspension, it was like 2019. He started fighting Anthony Smith and Thiago Santos. The division was cooked already. It was cooked. But yeah, middleweight got a lot better. Middleweight was trash. I like all the contenders I'm seeing. Rainer de Ritter, he's still a contender. Kyle Bahayo. Fluffy just lost. We got Brendan Allen now. Strickland's back. Amavov. Joe Pyfer. Shit, if he beats Izzy, look out. Costa's back on a win. He got his win back, all right? And if Atiba Gaudier can make us forget about his last performance, he'll be up there. Too bad no more MVP in there. MVP should have stayed at welterweight. I'm sorry, MVP should have stayed at middleweight. I don't know what's going on with that. What else? I mean, I was thinking that, well, ever since I've been a fan of the sport, like a huge fan, like the golden year of UFC 2015, 2016, it's always been lightweight. Do you know what MVP's dad did? I have not a clue. No idea. I have no clue what he did. I honestly know nothing about MVP besides he's from England or London or whatever, and he doesn't represent the flag. Look it up. All right. Oh man, it's gotta be bad. It's gotta be bad. What did he do? Wait. Let me type in his full name. Michael Venom Page. Whoa, MVP's father on trial. For 22 counts of Michael Venom Page's dad's criminal charges. I'm on it. I'm on it. Curtis Page, MVP's father, on trial for 22 counts of grapes. What? 22 counts. Currently on trial in England. What the hell? And he's been charged of 6 counts of grapes, 14 counts of indecent assaults, and 2 counts of what? Of blank with a minor. 2 counts with a minor? What, the Epstein list? Is he on the list? What the hell? This is old news. Wow, I didn't even know about this. This isn't even recent. What happened with it? This was 2017. Huh, wow. Interesting. This article's from 2017. Whatever happened with the story? Yeah, MVP's dad isn't a good person. The build-up to Strickland versus MVP would be interesting. Especially if they brought up each other's fathers. Damn, that would be crazy. But I feel like MVP wouldn't engage. And someone would have to tell Strickland about that. Dana White and Paramount would shut it down. Guys, we got the mic cord got chewed on. Bunch of rats in the UFC. The fucking mic cord got chewed on, guys. I don't know why we can't hear Stickland talk. Someone slipped and fell and cut the microphone off. Yeah, the build-up would be crazy, though. MVP's father was his coach and did it to students at his gym. What the hell? That is crazy. So whatever happened, is he still walking around the streets of Britain or what? Is he still walking around the mean streets of Britain or what's going on? Whoa, the story gets worse and worse. MVP's father started groping one girl when she was 11. What the? Yo, the more you scroll down on this article, the worse it gets. Has Michael Venom Page addressed this ever? Not his father, but has MVP ever addressed this? What the hell? He does play a good guy role, Michael Venom Page, right? He acts so respectful, this and that. Huh. I wonder what Michael Venom Page said this, or what he said about this. That is insane. MVP's father was his coach and did it to yeah, I read that part. MMA coaches are like Catholic priests nowadays. Yeah. You can say that again. What the hell is going on? Shit. I bet the coaches of the fighters want to go on this White House card more than the fighters. I bet the UFC fighters' coaches want to be on this White House card more than the actual fighters themselves. We got, what's his name? Pat Barry, Rose Namajunas' coach. We got Fluffy's coach, Aspen Ladd's coach. There's others. Dude, imagine if MVP and Colby fought and Colby brought that stuff up. That's the fight I wanted to see. That before there was talks about the Bo Nickel fight, before Colby went at Bo Nickel, I wanted to see MVP versus Colby. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. But Colby, you know what? I would tell, listen, that wouldn't be that strong of a statement coming from Colby, who still supports Trump. This is my only critique of Stickland. And I have the same critique with Stickland. Okay? I love that you're calling out the pedos. But you gotta call out America's leader as well. We can't just put Donald Duck on a pedestal and then call out pedos. You gotta call out the, you gotta call out the leader of them as well. We can't just call out coaches and not call out the main guy in authority of this country. That's my only critique of Stickland. I love how you call a spade, but you gotta do it even if they hold power. That's my only thing. How could Colby say that to MVP when Colby gets down on his knees for Trump? See, that's why I like Stickland. But this is why Bryce has the biggest balls in the UFC. Bryce is the only one that said, I no longer support this fool, this clown. So that's why Bryce is the most American or the bravest. But I do enjoy a Stickland press conference. But come on, man. You can't just pick and choose. You can't just pick and choose. Colby, I like how he talks shit to Bo, but I literally heard Colby talking at RAF, R-A-F, Real American Freestyle. He's like, yeah, I can't talk trash about John Jones anymore because his buddy is part owner of Real American Freestyle. Izzy Style Wrestling. I'm like, no. Colby can't talk shit about John Jones because Izzy Style Wrestling, Jones's friend, is part owner of Real American Freestyle. You know, Colby's still entertaining, but he kind of sold out. I wouldn't put it past Colby considering what he said about Leon's dad. I would love if Colby called that out, but he'd also be a hypocrite. Because look who he worships. The guy he worships is no better. Let me tell you. Bryce is the GOAT for standing up for flat earthers and space deniers. He is the GOAT for standing up for flat earthers, yeah. Oh, and space deniers, yes. Yeah. I hear you. I just watched his video, Ark Insanity. I watch it at night. And he dropped the 5 reasons why Earth is flat. I think it was a good video. People still won't believe it. My rule of thumb now is it's 2026. And it's proven. All your conspiracy theorist friends have been proved to be the smart ones. They've been proven right. I'll say it again. In 2026, all the conspiracy theorists out there that have been publicly shamed and shamed overall for years are now the smart ones. You should have listened to them all along. I told you so. You should have listened to them all along. So the fact that anyone thinks that conspiracy theorist weirdo is an insult now is crazy. That's a compliment now. Hey, that dude's he's a crazy conspiracy theorist. Thanks. That's a fucking compliment now. It turns out they've been right or we've been right all along. But yeah, he is the only guy to say that. What were Bryce's top 5 reasons for why the Earth is flat? It'll come to me in a second, but the number one thing I want to say is what people were using to debunk Bryce. There's only really 2 ways to debunk Bryce. One, they were saying, well, the Bible doesn't straight up say the Earth is flat. Therefore, it's not flat. Wow, it needs to straight up say it. Or else, you know, there's no argument here because it doesn't straight up say that. That's insane. It doesn't straight up say that it's a ball either. You got to read between the lines, people. Like, that's the only thing I hear is it doesn't straight up say that. It doesn't straight up say that it's round. It's a round ball either. So people debunking him is funny. It's really funny. So people thinking that he's a conspiracy theorist, great. You should believe him. I think it's been found out that Ghislaine Maxwell's father took part in writing the school books. Look it up. Has Ghislaine Maxwell's father been writing the school books? Is he one of the, brainwashing individuals who wrote our public education books? Look it up. That shows you what type of people are teaching us. I don't want to learn from anyone like that, I'll tell you that. But yeah, Bryce, him on Ark Insanity, that's good stuff. He teaches a lot of smart shit. Bryceonomics, I like it. He's not getting crazy views yet. Like, nothing's going to top Ark Insanity #1. He's never going to get that many views. Like, that was insane. That was my moment of 2025 on my MMA award video. I said that was the craziest moment of 2025. Ark Insanity episode #1. Oh, wait. I gotta read. I missed a message. Almost all people who love NASA are such nerds and soy boys. Yeah, they're brainwashed. I mean, first you just say, okay, look at NASA's logo. There is a serpent's tongue stretched across the Earth on NASA's logo. It looks like a ribbon, but it's a serpent's tongue. Look at that red line. It's diagonally stretched across NASA's Earth globe picture. So, if there's a serpent's tongue on NASA's logo, and the serpent is known to be a liar in the Bible, that's them saying, hey, we're lying. We're liars. That's just my opinion, you know. If I wanted to symbolize that I'm a liar, I'd put a serpent's tongue on my t-shirt or whatever. So yeah, all those pictures of Earth on Google, they look different every time. It's a different photograph of Earth on Google. Every image of Earth on Google is different. You'll never see the same globe Earth twice in any image because they use CGI on it. They use CGI to make these pictures. It's definitely CGI, you know? The moon landing was filmed in a hangar. Like, that's a fake ass video. They went in an airplane garage, took buckets of sand and tons of sand and rocks, laid it out, blacked out the background, and started filming. They started filming someone on a fucking rover. Wow, yeah, how could you fall for that? This seems pretty simple to me, but I get how it can be complicated for some people. The hardest part has got to be accepting the fact you've been lied to your whole life. That's really got to sting. That's the part that stings the most. No one wants to feel like they've been lied to their whole life. I think that's why people are in denial. But yeah, keep watching Ark Insanity. He's got some sanity. Let me tell you guys, there's some sanity. I want to see a press conference with Stickland. Imagine this. Paramount would lose their mind. Stickland and Bryce at a press conference. Imagine that. Stickland and Bryce at a press conference. I don't even know if they're going to let Bryce fight again. I wouldn't be surprised if Paramount says, you know what, don't give him another fight. I would go berserk. No way we're letting that happen, guys. No way. But yeah, Bryce is my favorite fighter right now. And it's not even because his fighting style. I'll watch every Bryce interview. No doubt about it. Ariel Helwani. You guys see Ariel Helwani crying about Bryce after Guru did Fishing with Bryce? I'm sure you guys already know, but there was this one little segment with MMA Guru and Bryce where Bryce has his back turned on the canoe or the kayak that they're on. You could barely see Bryce. And he's like, yeah, Guru, you're a real MMA reporter. You know why Ariel's not? Because he cancels people, that son of a bitch. If he doesn't like something you say, he'll try to cancel you. He doesn't want you to earn money. Ariel went on a fucking tangent, started crying, saying, when have I ever advocated to cancel someone? I went to his YouTube channel, Ariel's, and I looked up Bryce, and the first thing I saw was Ariel's Hawani's video saying UFC has a Bryce Mitchell problem, insinuating they should cut him. What up, Nathan? Oh, hell yeah. Vampire Crab reveal stream. How are you, broski? I'm doing good. Doing good. What's up, brother? I'm going to be the vampire. I'm going to do some late streams coming up. I'm going to be the vampire if I keep doing these late streams. I haven't been streaming because maybe I've been a crab about the UFC. I've been complaining. I've been letting Paramount get to me, man, with all the censorship. Ariel Hawani is the chosen ones. Ariel Hawani is one of the chosen ones. Man, he's one of the weasel ones. He's not Mitchell made. He's bitch made. UFC 5 is stacked with Sean Strickland nowadays. He has the best blocking stats. Can't really land clean on him. And going for leg kicks is a terrible idea on Sean. Hey, even in real live sparring, the higher you stand up, or the more you stand up straight, the better for checking leg kicks. Like old school Muay Thai guys have all their weight on their back leg. Like a certain type of Muay Thai style. All their weight's on their back leg, and their front leg is just, they're lifting their knee up, ready to check kick at any moment. And that's what Strickland does. He's ready to check kicks at any moment. Standing straight up. Weight on the back leg, yeah. That's how you do it. How do you think Strickland matches up with Khamzat? Hey, Nathan, you got your last Strickland prediction right. I'll give you credit on that. You got the last Strickland prediction right. What about his next fight? Potentially against Khamzat. So, I picked Strickland to lose against Dreykus the second time. I got it right. I picked him to lose against Fluffy. Got it wrong. Jan Blachowicz also checks every kick. Yes, he does. I just rewatched his fight against Izzy. Fuck the commentary, by the way. Cormier has the worst commentary in every fight. Every fight that Izzy's in, Cormier's like, Izzy's doing so good. Jan blocked every kick. Joe Rogan was also horrible that fucking fight. Yeah, Jan is... You know who I want to see Jan fight? It's not a superstar level name, but this would be a banger. Nikita Krylov versus Jan Blachowicz. Let me say that again. Nikita Krylov versus Jan Blachowicz. Ukrainian power versus Polish power. Let me know if you like that fight. I'm a big believer he won't get mauled. He might actually want to knock him out. He might actually knock him out. I would love that. I would love that. The Chechen whore gets knocked out. Wow. Okay. I was actually a huge Khamzat fan when he joined the UFC. Was it 2021? 2022? I was a huge Khamzat fan. He fought 3 times in like 3 weeks. His first time in the UFC. He was calling out Leon Edwards for his 4th fight. He wanted Colby. He wanted Usman on his 4th fight. I'm like, I respect the guy. got into a fucking war with Gilbert Burns. I was so excited for that fight. Picked up, what's his name? Lee? You know that guy. Picked up Lee and dragged him to Dana White, choked him out. But man, he got boring. Man. After that Usman fight, after he moved to the UAE, I started hating Khamzat. He got so fucking boring. Jan and Jamal want to fight each other. Oh yeah, they got that Joanna Jędrzejczyk beef. Jan and Jamal. That's a fight. That's a good fight. Didn't they already book Jamal Hill, or am I tripping? But yeah, that's a good fight as well. Okay, he's not fighting right now. Yeah, book that fight. Okay. Hey, Jan, you're old, but you got options. Krylov or Jamal Hill. There's more drama with the Jamal Hill and the Joanna Jędrzejczyk thing. But I think him versus Krylov would end in knockout for sure. Yeah, Khamzat at light heavyweight is interesting. You know what? I gotta disagree. Yo. Okay, I think Khamzat, I think he's a star. But if he holds down Yuri, and Yuri's in a boring fight, I might just lose it. Yuri's never been in a boring fight. And I want him to end his career to never be in a boring fight. Yuri will lose all aura just getting held down by Khamzat. I don't ever want to see that in a million years. Ever. No way. No way. I can't. If Yuri gets held down by Khamzat, I'll never want Yuri to fight Khamzat in a million years. Please, keep Khamzat at middleweight. Give him Sean Strickland. Hot take. I'd rather see Khamzat at heavyweight than light heavyweight. I don't want him to hold down Yuri. I don't think there's any good matchups for him at light heavyweight. I think Khamzat could win, but Yuri's one of my favorites. I'm just getting high right now. I rolled up a fatty before this. I'm going to puff one after this. Man, I didn't even have dinner yet. But I'm hungry as hell. I'm going to have to eat some dinner. Just made some chicken. That's cooking right now. Man. So I smoked one before this. Right before dinner. You know how we do it. I'll even puff and work out at the same time. Like Nate Diaz style. I'll shadow box with the joint. I'll pass the joint. Hit like 10 to 12 pull-up sets or reps. I could work out and puff at the same time. I think that's a superpower. Not a lot of people can do that. Been using Bryce Mitchell a lot. Bro is broken. He's so good. He's actually good in that game? Wow. Could have fooled me. I thought they'd make his stats shit. Not because he's shit. But I just thought they don't like him. I still think Khamzat beats everyone at 185 with his grappling. He will do just what he did to DDP. Possibly, yes. Can Khamzat beat everyone at 185? Yeah. Can Strickland put up a better fight than Dricus? I think so. Styles make fights. We learned that, right? Styles make fights. Think about the press conference, though. Think about getting in his head. Sure, did Dricus take down Strickland? Yeah. But if Strickland's really sparring so much and he's so comfortable getting up, let's see it. My problem is Eric Nix, what's his name? Eric Nixick? Sean's coach? I don't know if I trust the guy. I don't know. Like, is he really Team Sean Strickland? I feel like he coaches every fighter in the world. Is he really Team Sean Strickland? Eric Nixick. Is he ride or die Team Sean Strickland? Because I know he helped train Khamzat as well when Strickland and Khamzat were training together. And I watched the interview. Eric Nixick refused to say a single bad word about Khamzat. I'm like, is this Sean Strickland's coach? Wait, hold up. Yuri is a bum. Olberg KO's Yuri, you will see. No. Yuri versus Khalil Roundtree. That was my favorite fight of the year last year. Favorite fight of 25. Yuri versus Raychik. One of the best fights on UFC 300. Yuri versus Jamal Hill. I mean, that fight was insane. All of Yuri's fights. He's only lost to Pereira. What are you talking about? Is there a Little Caesars inside Little Caesars Arena? Technically, yes. You can buy Little Caesars pizza at Little Caesars Arena. Isn't that badass? Yeah, a Little Caesars in a Little Caesars. You can get a hot and ready. Like I told you, I think I told you. Between whistles, like if there's a frozen puck, there's a little time. These not Jets Pizza, the Little Caesar pizza girls, they walk up with pizza boxes and they throw it at the lucky crowd member. They'll throw a pizza box at some lucky person. A free Little Caesars. I've never got one though. I'm still waiting on that. Hopefully next game I go to, I get a free Little Caesars. My friend, he wants to take me one. He wants to take me to the Red Wings game right around my birthday. So I might go soon. My friend said, let's go to the Wings games. He's a huge Wings fan. Bro, Bryce is nasty. He's so fast and slick. Plus his jiu-jitsu is world class. Hey, put him in a twister, bro. Put him in a twister. If you pull that off, you might be the GOAT. I've been going to the gym lately as well and doing pull-ups and push-ups. Gonna start wearing weight while doing it. Me too. Me too. Look, if I'm in the jiu-jitsu gym or MMA gym, I automatically start lifting more weights. But that's the fun part. The hardest part is making sure you get all your protein in. Because without the protein, you're just going to get dense and toned. Now, with the right amount of protein, you can actually put size on as well. That's the hardest part though, man. The hardest part is the grocery cart. Wrong. Dreykus is better than Sean. Fluffy was just a can. I really thought Fluffy was better than that. But yeah, Sean ended that. Dreykus beat Sean. Yeah, Dreykus beats Sean. But when we're at the top 5, when we're in the top 5 of the rankings, it's like rock, paper, scissors. I'm telling you. When we're in the top 5 of the rankings, these guys are like rock, paper, scissors. It's style matchups. Look what Gilbert Burns versus Khamzat looked like. Gilbert Burns versus Khamzat. And I know that was prime Gilbert Burns. But imagine Strickland against prime Gilbert Burns. I bet Strickland would pick him apart with the jab. I have a hot take. If it's not Strickland, okay, I want Strickland versus Khamzat, but here's my hot take. No one's going to agree with me. This is such a hot take. Kamaru Usman has the best chance of taking Khamzat's middleweight title. Watch Usman versus Khamzat. Usman was going to win a 5-round fight against Khamzat. He took that shit on short notice. Call me crazy. I'm here for it. I'm ready. Usman has the best chance of taking Khamzat's title. Tell me I'm wrong. Bryce has insane pocket boxing in UFC 5. I don't understand Little Caesar's Pizza criticism. It's world-class good. It is good. And if you want to get crazy, add extra cheese on top, like Parmesan. And if you really are stoned, like if you're high as a kite, get the Little Caesar's pretzel pizza. The pretzel crust, you might gain 15 pounds. You might feel like a fat ass, but every once in a while, you can get a cheat meal and you deserve it. Little Caesar's pretzel crust, bro. But I've been eating a lot of Hungry Howie's lately. What do you guys think of Hungry Howie's? Trash or smash? Hungry Howie's garlic flavored crust. Let me know. I've been cooking a lot lately so I can eat more. But I don't bulk easily, so I don't worry about it too much. I'm just like you. I've been cooking a lot lately, and I have a fast metabolism. Bro, I'm telling you, you're going to have to look up how much protein you need for your weight. Look up how much calories you're burning. Figure that out. And then you're going to have to eat that much protein based off how much you're burning. You're going to have to... That's the hardest part. But you got this, bro. You got this. I'm doing the same thing. I just made chicken. Before that, I made steak. Before that, I made spaghetti. Before that, I made bone-in pork chops. Damn, I'm getting hungry already. If I didn't have a fast metabolism, shit, I'd weigh as much as MMA Joey. No, I'm just playing. Make sure I didn't miss messages. The phone usually shows me more. Yeah, okay. I didn't miss anything. I didn't miss anything. How would you feel right now if you got raided and there were 20,000 people in this stream right now? You'd get so baked off that. If I was baked, I'd probably fall off the chair. That would be insane. And even if I wasn't, I would get all bug-eyed, bro. I'd be like, who the hell's messing with me here? Who the hell sent all these people in the chat? I would say Guru rarely even pulls those numbers. Like, those would be high numbers even for MMA Guru. Hey, I would love that, though. That'd be insane. I'll tell you what I would do. I would definitely read your guys' messages first. Because you guys are OGs. And one of the first to discover the channel. So that's what I would do. I would read your guys' message first. And the rest of the people, you guys get a pass. The rest of the people, I'm only reading for super chats with them, alright? If they're not OGs, they're going to have to do a super chat. What else we got? Being a streamer with 20,000 live viewers is like being on stage. And everyone in the crowd is wearing ski masks. Just yelling out stuff. That's a funny-ass way to picture it. Actually, thinking about it like that just makes it even more fun. Hey, that's a real good analogy right there. That's exactly what streaming in front of a crowd's like. You're right. I just made kielbasa. Oh, kielbasa with potatoes. It's like sausage. I have it all the time. Kielbasa. Cold sauce. Yes, yes. But it's better than sausage. Yeah, kielbasa. I have it all the time. You could even eat it cold. You know what you're doing. That's what's up. I even have it as a snack. I cut it up like into pepperoni slices and go crazy. Kielbasa, you're right. That's some good shit. Oh, wow. They shadow banned my Islam Makhachev comment. Damn. Really? Yeah. What was it? Try to retype it. Okay, okay. Okay, okay. Yeah, retype the Islam comment. Damn, YouTube. Life's wild when the chat is so busy, huh? Comments just disappear. Wow. I don't know. What could it have been? Try to type it in with some spaces. Why do my comments always get shadow banned? I don't know, man. I have a feeling Bryce Mitchell would know the answer. Why are we all getting Sean Strickland around here? Why is the Paramount controlling my chat? It's like Paramount is cutting the mic off you guys. Come on, Paramount. Come on, YouTube. Let's stop the censorship. What the hell's going on here? Oh my god. It's too easy to get shadow banned and muted and censored. It's so easy. It's too easy. The NSA gets me tapped. NASA? Yeah, we went over that. Their images are CGI. Logo is a serpent's tongue. And whatever the Bible says, they say opposite. Not gonna lie, Jeff Neal's got the best hands in UFC 5. At least the dude's got something going for him. Poor guy. Back-to-back vicious knockouts. I really wanted Jeff Neal to knock out Medic. Whatever the hell his name is. That Medic guy or whatever, he's just another guy begging Dana White on his knees to be on the White House card. I'm like, we got another one. I wanted Jeff Neal to get a win. Hands of steel, man. He got crushed. But I'm glad he's got something going for him. I'm glad he's doing good in the game. But speaking about the chat, you said life's wild when the chat's so busy. Okay, I'm going to be busy these next 2 days. But right when I get home, on the third day. Well, I'm going to be home, but I'm going to be busy these next 2 days. But on that third day, after today, I'm going to start streaming seriously. I like streaming, bro. It's fun. I've been caught up, but I'm on the third day, okay? I'm going to start streaming seriously. And the chat will grow. I just got to be more consistent with it. I'm glad it's growing, but I can be a lot more consistent with the streaming. I could stream all day. It's actually easier than making a normal YouTube video for me. Some people, it's easier to make a normal YouTube video, you know, the ones worth editing and all that shit. For me, it's easier to stream. It's just freestyle, off the cusp. Not gonna lie. Yep. I'm going into a fight with Jeff Neal right now. Listening to your stream also. Appreciate it, bro. You know, that's the best multitasking right there. I quit my job at Walmart. Hey, all right. That's a good thing, though, right? All right, you move. Okay. I'm proud of you, bro. Proud of you. That's a good thing, I'm guessing, right? What was it? You leave on good terms? Or was there a straw that broke the camel's back? Was that the last straw you had with them? Jesus rose on the third day. Amen. But yeah, tell us about Walmart. I know you always see crazy shit going down at Walmart. Wow. All right. We're getting some people in the chat. Shout out to everyone in the chat. We got a whopping lucky 7 in the chat right now. Yep, I just left to move on to better things. Yo. That's good. That's good, man. That's good. You had your time there. That's what's up. Do you already got something locked up? You already got something brewing or what? I'm sure you do. That's what's up. That's what's up. Hopefully a percentage increase in the pay, right? If you got that increased pay somewhere else, even better. You can look back at all the crazy shit you've seen at the Walmart. Hey, Walmart would inspire me to train. If you really witness like a lot of fights and scuffles, I would be like, you know what? I'm going to train. I'm not going to get my ass whooped at Walmart by some crazy person. I hope all the security there trains. Man. Going into round 2. He's using Jingling Yang. Haha, Jingling Yang. Knock him out like Prates did, alright? Choke him out like Khamzat did. Jingling Yang. Jingling. I pronounce his name. I pronounce it so wrong. Man, oh shit, I'm getting hungry. I don't want to hop off this chat, but I could smell my dinner's ready. Oh my god. And we've been talking about food. Man. Is there anything we didn't cover before I bounce? Well, Nate, I hope you knock out Jing Liang on the UFC. I'm glad you guys are doing bigger and better things. I'm glad we got to talk about some conspiracies. White House cards, Stickland, Bryce. We talk about it all. I'm glad we dropped some predictions. Drizzy Goat thinks Yuri's a bum. I disagree, but hey, we'll see. Let's hope we get some banging fights and fight news coming up. Damn, body shot TKO'd him after a war. Damn. Nope, I just quit Walmart, honestly, because it wasn't worth it. I don't have anything lined up yet, though. But now I got more time to figure it out. Yeah, man, alright. Accomplish what you couldn't while you were working there. And then figure out the next steps. Play your chess right. Move your chess pieces right. Play chess, not checkers. I almost said play checkers. That's what's up, man. I'd like to hear more about it next stream. Jeff's bodywork is insane in this game. Hey, like I said, thank God he's got something good going for him. Thank God he's got something good going for him. I feel bad that he just got knocked out for real back to back. Alright, guys, I hate to end this stream. Fuck, I gotta eat. Peace out, guys. I'll be streaming What day is it today? Is today Wednesday? Oh, I'm for sure streaming Saturday. But that's not what I'm talking about. On the normal days, even when there's not a fight, I'm going to stream more. It's way easier than to make a normal video. I could do this all day. The chat's going to keep growing. I like where this is going. Alright, guys. Take care, homie. Take care, bro. Good night, guys. I'll catch you soon. Catch you for UFC Mexico. Peace.